Good morning, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. So, I'm making a response to this racist Caucasian female. And don't ask me how I know. I just know. Just the way they talk under this video. This person, now this is a typical troll. And I just decided I'm just gonna put you trolls on blast. Every time you post something ignorant and dumb, I'm gonna expose you. And the reason why I'm doing this is to warn my subscribers and people who know me and other people who make YouTube videos talking about the stuff that we talk about. You need to make sure that this person is not subscribed to your channel, and make sure you block this person. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do it. And I also expose you how to handle these trolls so they don't stress you out. So Mega Fleet Pay 48 says, quite frankly, forced loneliness is bullcrap. I reply, please explain how true forced loneliness is bullcrap. If that's the case, then rape is bullcrap too, silly. She responds, rape is real, but forced loneliness is bullshit because nobody forces an individual to be lonely, but it's by choice. No. Let me before I continue, true forced loneliness is real, whether you want to believe it or not. Just because you don't experience it and never lived through it and never been through it, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We can say the same thing about rape. We can talk about sexism. We can talk about racism. Just because you're not a victim of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. True forced loneliness is real. Because I got all these people right here saying that it is real and they support what I'm saying. So it cannot be fake. Okay, you got over 80% of women chasing less than 20% of the men. You mean to tell me that's not real? I mean, you even had somebody broke it down. Maybe you need to watch that 6-hour long video about neo-feminism in its forms. I think that's what it's called. Look up Mark Passo. You have women who have all the choice and all the say so, and have been placed on the pedestal while men have been suppressed down and stripped of their rights, human rights. Women can freely pick and choose to fuck whoever they want to fuck. Men can't do that. Even if the man got money, he still can't have his pick of the litter. He can't have his pick of a woman of his choice. Without money, he can't do nothing. And even if he does have money, the woman has to consent. Everything comes down to a woman's final decision whether she wants to get involved with this man or not. If you have women constantly rejecting you, stereotyping you out for 1 to 5 seconds, denying you in life, then that's real. She knows it's real. Women can freely have sex with as many men as they possibly can. Men do not have that privilege. Women have that right, but men do not have no right nor that privilege to do that. So, I mean, if true forced loneliness is bull crap, and nobody can, first of all, anybody can force you to be alone. If you have women constantly because you have a few women who are living true forced loneliness, you have men who don't give certain women a time of day if they don't look a certain way. But it don't affect women as much is because the majority of the society has put the majority of women on the pedestal. Most men don't have standards like that. I wish men did have standards to a certain extent to combat this bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, women are constantly and purposely and willingly forcing most men to be alone. They like these bad boys. They like these thugs. They like these ballers. They like these rich guys who treat them like crap. They like these jerks. They like these assholes. These effeminate males. You know why? Because you women can control and manipulate these guys. Women are very hypergamous. Women know about what they like. And then when they see something they like, they go for it. If you're a man and you don't have what they like, you're going to be lonely, likely. And that's a fact. Why are you denying something something that you do? I know that what it is you know the fact I'm calling this stuff out, and you know you don't like being exposed for what you're doing. That's what it is. Because I can say nobody can rape you and nobody can force themselves on you. It's just you should just go along and get along and let the man have sex with you and stop playing games. But I'm called a misogynist, but it's okay for you to be a sexist bitch. It's okay for you to be a misandrous, sexist bigot. Mega. And she did not answer my response. She didn't answer my question. Please explain why forced loneliness is bullshit. Since you are female and is in denial, then rape isn't real. Most people choose not to be lonely. A very few are cool with being alone, but the majority of people choose not to be lonely, nor social outcasts. Do your research. Over 80% of women are chasing less than 20% of the men, forcing over 80% of men to be alone because they're not part of the status quo. See, this person is a troll. Big Boss Calvin, number one. See, name calling, dumbass. Also, so why I call names if you don't agree with what I'm saying? I'm not a woman, which is a typical foolish niggers like you, because my name is Felipe, not a female. And number two, I have answered your question. No, you haven't. So basically, when you say the word nigger like that, you didn't say nigga. You said nigger. Basically, you are a racist Caucasian person. You could be, or you could be like an Asian person who's prejudiced, or a Latino person who's prejudiced and don't like so-called black people, or at an ethnic person of color who does not identify as being so-called black, Middle Eastern. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is a Caucasian person. Particularly a Caucasian female, pretending to be a man, pretending to be a so-called black man. Because Caucasian people have too much free time on their hands to play these games. And I've been on here for like damn near 8 years, and I've seen all the tricks. Basically, this is a Caucasian female posing as a man, a so-called black man. I'll read that one more time. Big Boss Calvin 83. Number one, dumbass. Name calling. Proving my point. I'm not a woman, which is a typical foolish niggers like you, because my name is Felipe and is not a female. Number two, I have to answer your question. Then the shaming language. P.S. Stop blaming outsiders. This person has been following me for a long time. P.S. Stop blaming outside forces for your failures and shortcomings. Where did I say that in the video where I'm blaming people for my failures and shortcomings? You have to understand my response. And then she's gonna say, PSS. The word is quo, not cool. Okay, That don't discredit what I'm saying. She did not explain herself. You're a typical Caucasian supremacist man. Big boss capital free. You're a typical nigger. See, Caucasian females love that word. Brothers, you need to be careful. You need to leave them pale skin monkey cave these bitches alone. You are a typical nigga who cannot deal with anyone with a different opinion. What's your opinion? You can't deal with. What are you talking about? You're the one who's doing the name calling. Vanity absolutely does nothing. Big Boss Calvin for you're a foolish Negro. I'm black. I'm politically correct and proud of it. First of all, let's get back to this comment. First of all, outside the way I look at it, if you understand systematic racism and institutional racism, that has caused many people of color to fail, especially so-called black men. Men of color have failed because of the negative stereotypes and the constant male bashing. So yeah, outside forces can force you to fail because number one, schooling, miseducation. If you come from a poor area where schooling is fucked up, a poor school system, that can cause you to fail. Okay? Institutional racism, systematic racism. But I'll just say and blatant racism because of the color of your skin. Because if you don't look a certain way, you're going to get treated differently as a typical Caucasian person. But she don't know what racism is, but she called me the N-word. And the fact is, you a woman that's why can I blame people? This is the same bitch these racist Caucasian people are the same motherfuckers who always blaming so-called black people for their shortcomings and failures, which is a hypocrite because we don't own nothing and control anything. Y'all control the jobs. Y'all control the educational system. Y'all control the media. Y'all control the banks. Y'all control law enforcement. Y'all control the military. Y'all control the government. That's why they pander to you, people. Because y'all control it. Y'all got special rights. Y'all got special treatment, special privileges, especially as a Caucasian female. Now, if you are a Caucasian person, especially a Caucasian woman, a Caucasian female, and if you have not been successful in this country for the last 50 years, then it's your fault that you're just a failure. You got nobody else to blame but yourself because nobody's holding you back. There's no forms of oppression that you face that holds you back. But to be dismissive and insensitive about other people's shortcomings and failures that's caused by the powers that be, and the reason why they have a plight, that's just very insensitive and it's just typical female behavior and typical racist behavior from these pale skinned monkey bitches. And for you to say that you are man of color, first of all, men of color do not talk like that. That's how I know you're lying. I just love just doing this. Just doing this. I'm black, not white, you stupid dumbass. More name calling. Didn't call this person names one bit. Now I'm going to call you names now. See, this person don't know how to have a dialogue. So I went along with it. So basically, first off, bitch, you don't know me personally. Nigger bitch coon. I never blamed all people for stuff that was within my control of failures, no shortcomings. I only blame those who are accountable and being part of the problem. Institutional racism and gynocentrism, Caucasian supremacy, feminism, and Negro-peeing sellout coons like you are responsible for the ills of society problems. You prove my point with your trolling. Bitch, bye. Here we go, Maury. Here we go again. Big Boss Calvin 83. I know you stupid idiot. You are a stupid idiot. See, you want to talk about my spelling and grammar, but you can't even write for yourself because you are emotional. This is an emotional person right here. You blamed outside forces, and I knew at some point you will pull the coon card, which is typical. This person is way too involved with the issues in the so-called black community. This is why I can't stand. This is why we as people of color, we as so-called black people, got to be careful of what we put out there on social media, because these cracker, pale-skinned monkey, motherfucking Caucasian motherfuckers are paying attention. These cave beasts, evil abominable devils, are paying attention to what we're talking about. They always mind their own business, but we always mind their business, but they always mind our business, always sticking their nose where it doesn't fucking belong. And I do have a right to blame the powers that be for the cause, for the ills of the world, because they are responsible for the ills of the world, because they're controlling the ship. Nobody says coon. No so-called black person ever says you pull out the coon card. This is Caucasian people talk. I am not a troll, you self-centered dumbass. Proving my point. Mega Felipe 48. Yes, you are a troll, and you prove my points. Bitch, bye. If anyone's a bitch, it's you. No, it's you. I'm not a troll. I'm a human being with an opinion. Your opinion is on stupidity. You don't have an opinion here. First of all, when you come on my channel, you don't have no damn opinion. You don't have no freedom of speech. Either you come correct, or you're just gonna get blocked. Like the next person is getting rid of Caucasian supremacy and gynocentric feminism and replacing it with black supremacy. There's no such thing as black supremacy. And then you try to use this big ass word to try to think that just because you use a big ass word, that doesn't make you intelligent. Androcentrism. Basically, the male point of view is just as worse than you are around against. Okay. So basically, first of all, the answer to close this out. First of all, Caucasian supremacy is real. Systematic racism is real, and gynocentrism and female privilege and feminism is real, run by Caucasian people. Okay, there's nothing. First of all, the man's opinion, unless he's a Caucasian man, is not valued in society. Everything's catered. Everybody panders to women. Every society so caters to women. Her opinion matters. A man's opinion doesn't matter. No, but you keep. I mean, y'all trolls. Either you come correct or you don't. We don't have a dialogue. Stop with your immature, adolescent, high school insults, because you don't like to hear the truth. My thing is, if you don't like to hear the truth of what I'm saying, then why are you even watching this video? Why are you even watching this? If you don't like what I'm saying, then go change the channel. I don't understand why people, particularly Caucasian people, especially Caucasian females, always want to troll so-called black men's channels. Or just, because this is a feminist. And I told you, so-called black women, do not be friends with these Caucasian females. Do not join do not support their movement, because they don't care about women of color's issues. I mean, if you look at how like 58% of Caucasian females voted for Donald Trump, they don't care about women's issues. They don't care about their own issues. They just use you all for numbers. I mean, let's go look at this person's page. No, I mean, this person just loves. This person is stalking me in Kent because we're speaking the truth about True Force Loneliness. Even though I'm not part of the True Force Loneliness movement, no longer part of the True Force Loneliness movement, but I gotta explain myself over and over again, which is ridiculous. So like I was saying, I mean, it's just ridiculous how these trolls have no life. And why are you so obsessed? I mean, to women who, why are y'all so obsessed with your own son? Particularly the Caucasian female. Are you mad because she's mad because she can't get no so-called black dick and she just can't get no so-called black male attention? I'll say that one more time. She's mad because she cannot get so-called black dick and she can't get attention from so-called black men, and she's being ignored. And plus, she's probably ugly as fuck because her Caucasian male counterparts don't want to fuck her, and she can't get those type of men. So that's why she's running around trying to get Negro dick. But all this, I mean, this harassment and this bullying, cyberbullying, it's getting out of control. And you proved my point. You didn't answer my question. You never looked up to anything. And I got all these people right here who are all these men saying that True Force Loneliness is real, and they're just suffering from loneliness, and how men are just being denied a dating and love and sex life because they don't fit the status quo. So all these men cannot be lying. Because women, see, the problem is, you women know you damn well that you're on your fucking pedestal, and you know the fact that I'm waking men up. And men like me are speaking out against this bullshit and this fuckery, especially this feminism, and I'm waking men up. And men are starting to wake up to this fucking bullshit, and not going to tolerate your bullshit, women. So your feelings do not change the fucking truth because you don't like it. So bitch bye. I'm out, peace.